So you have to be careful when you press play on Netflix's A Nearly Normal Family because you are bound to get hooked. But before we dive into the entire analysis of this series, hello and welcome to We Are Binge Watching. This is Volke and
Any Former speaking. Chances are you might have heard of this thriller series that's on Netflix, A Nearly Normal Family. But if you haven't heard about it, so here is the gist. This series opens with a girl twitching her fingers very nervously, and we hear a woman, actually a therapist, saying to her that it sounds like you have a very complicated relationship with your family.
this is actually a Swedish six-part drama series, and it follows this Stella that is twitching her hands and talking to this therapist. But in the following scene, we see Stella, a much younger Stella actually. She's headed up to her school bus and she's waved off by her parents. She's bubbly and happy here. This actually is another brilliant ploy dragging you further into the story by making you wonder what could have happened to this bubbly girl. Fast forward to 4 years after this camp that Stella's parents so happily sent her off to, but newsflash, this camping experience ended on a bad note. Anyway, Stella is now 19 and working at a bakery, Grandma's Bakery. I found that name very funny. Stella does not feel seen by her parents at all. For example, they bought her a pink bike for her birthday when they already knew that she would prefer money she would use towards achieving her travel plans.
However, about a few months later, this 19-year-old girl is accused of murdering her boyfriend by stabbing him multiple times. So the first chapter showed how the actions that led to the night of the murder were viewed by each member of the family, from the daughter to the father's point of view to the mother's point of view. Stella is harboring trauma from her teenage years. Ulrika is the mother. She wishes her child would be more like her best friend, who is more like her. Her best friend's name is Amina. She's bored of her husband. She's always drinking. And the father, he's a really good father and husband and a priest. He just cares about his family, his wife and his daughter. He just wants everybody to be together.
Is this thriller series based on true events? Nope. This movie is actually based on the book of the same name by Mattias Edvardsson.
Why is everything now an adaptation of a book? Seriously.
I was watching the movie, I said there's no way that this is not a book, and I just know that the book will have more in-depth details.
Honestly, I miss seeing original stories, because if we hear from fans of the book now, we'll see that this series was not done like the book was or how you would like the book.
I appreciate that they are adapting books, honestly. I just want them to do it really well.
No, this is too much. Almost everything we have seen this year is an adaptation of a book.
Let us dive into the entire series, explaining the ending to you. For those of us who haven't seen this series, please, you can exit now and come back later and chip in your own thoughts. But if you don't mind spoilers, that's fine. And we'll try our best to minimize the spoilers. Well, I don't know how that's going to happen since it's ending explained, but we'll do our best. First of all, I'll say that the whole dance was orchestrated by Stella's mother, or else Stella would have got in jail.
God, I don't know why Stella would commit that crime and not be very careful about it. Like, she was so messy.
Yeah,
I agree.
Ulrika was the one who got rid of Stella's clothes, her phone, and the murder weapon, and she was the one that also instructed Amina to stay quiet about the happenings of the night of the murder. She did this because so when they get to court, if you notice, while she told Amina this, that okay, if you should go ahead and tell the police that oh, this is what happened that night, the defense will now have another plan.
Might say they both of them planned it together.
So everything might just not go the right way. Take note that Ulrika, besides being a lecturer, is also a lawyer, so she's pretty smart in matters like this. That's why she told Amina to just keep short until she's called in for her own testimony. Then she will tell exactly what happened that night. That way the court is thrown off balance and they'll have no other option but to send Stella away. Like, not send her to prison actually. By away I mean let her go.
In the end, we see Ulrika and Adam are sort of willing to amend things in their relationship, and Stella travels to a new location. I was so happy to see this scene, honestly. We're not so sure where she traveled to, but it's obvious that she said she wanted to travel the world, and she was already doing that. And we see her going to a church and light a candle. Here we see what truly happened that night of the murder. After Stella caught Christopher trying to hurt her friend whom he had drugged, both girls managed to escape the ruthless Christoph's house. He fell and she picked up the knife that he was using to threaten them, and then she stabbed him multiple times.
This just basically reveals who the true murderer is. That Amina is actually innocent after all. Because at the point it was seeming like okay, Amina killed Christopher. Then she was trying to cover up for her friend because her friend has a lot to lose. Amina is the good girl here. She has college. She wants to be a lawyer. She's just the star student, while Stella is the dropout. Disappointment to her mom.
I really think that Orika did a very stellar job at cleaning up everything. I'm grateful for the lawyer, kind of, because we wanted to let her know that she was her daughter was actually arrested, and I liked how she just moved into action and started to just check for the important things. I know, like, I've committed murder before. I feel like I'll be more careful than she was, kind of.
She's traumatized. She's not an expert in murder cases. That's why it was just so messy.
Yeah, like the next day they were able to even arrest her, like immediately his murder happened.
Do you think that Orica cleaning up the mess was because she felt guilty for not protecting her daughter while she was 15?
I don't think so, although like that might be part of the reason, but I don't think so. I think that it was just a motherly instinct that just kicked in that, I need to, how would my daughter stay in prison, or this, that what kicked into me for her. I don't think that she did because she was feeling guilty, because she just needed to save her daughter.
I think it's a bit of both because Adam was crying and said, oh, we failed her. I think it was a bit of both. Although Orica can be a bit cold and thorough, she still had that motherly instinct in her. She still wanted to protect her girl. But I think that guilt was kind of higher on the scale here.
The disconnect between Stella from her parents, so like you could see how they were so close to each other in the beginning of this entire series. But after what happened when she was 15, you could just see how that should make her not to trust anybody.
What I found most admirable at first was the fact that the father, Adam, was one who came to pick her after that camping trip, and she was comfortable enough to even talk to her father about it. But they did not handle it well, and I can't even blame them because they handled the situation according to how they understood it. Was it the right way? No.
This story, it wasn't a slow burn. I will not say completely.
It was just like a bit slow.
The story building up was just gradual.
You appreciate the process of the unfolding, but it's a slow burn. For people who like fast-paced stuff, you might find it to be like pretty slow, pretty quiet to an extent, in my opinion. For a thriller, it's pretty quiet. Even the family dynamics was quiet. You can also appreciate the storytelling.
Somebody who like fast-paced stuff, I really enjoyed this one. I was not in a hurry. I like the story build up. I like the acting. The acting was really nice. You could see all the emotions in the faces of these actors, bringing these characters to life. It was nice to see.
The trigger warnings here, because there matters bordering on sexual assault, and there's also mild nudity in this series, so please be warned.
I'll definitely rate this series a 4. Now that I'm talking about, I was thinking 3 stars after watching it, but now that I'm talking about it, I truly enjoyed the 6 episodes. I don't think it was bad. Would it have been shorter? Maybe, but no, I would not have enjoyed it in any other way if it was shorter than this. I liked it. 4 stars. It's not perfect, but it's a great one, and I'll recommend you see it.
I'll give it a 3-star rating because I could just tell that it was a book and there's something missing. I can just tell that if I pick up the book, I'll enjoy the book more than I enjoy the series. Beautiful storytelling. I felt like there were some sleeping stars. For example, Amina was at the background. I know that she was not really playing a major role in the series, but she was just at the background in a way that was not nice. And Amina's parents too were just really at the background, like, oh, come and support us in this movie. If you enjoy movie reviews such as this and you are looking for a series recommendation, you should definitely cling to We Are Binge Watching. Let us have interesting dialogues about movies with you. We always look forward to your comments. We love seeing those comments always. We love seeing your recommendations. Please fire away in the comment section, and expect our reply.
Yes, until next time.
Take good care of yourself.
Goodbye.
Bye.